Hello everyone. It's time for another Facebook Live. Today is Wednesday, August 14th. So I hope you will enjoy what I've got to show you tonight. I'm trying to do better about showing you how you can get some of these cool products on your own. There's a host code here, and I will post this in the comments too so that you can order something later if you would like to. The other thing I wanted to show you was right now, just through the end of this month, there's a special going on if you join Stampin' Up. So our starter kit is always a great deal. You get $125 worth of product for $99. Right now, you get an extra $30. So that means you get $155 worth of product for $99. Then you get a coupon for $10 off your next order or an order. I'm not sure when that coupon expires, but it's like getting $165 for $99, and there's no shipping on that, so it's just tax. It ends up being like $107 total. So that is a great deal. There are no obligations if you want to keep, and the other thing to mention is that if you do get a starter kit and join the team, then you get 20% off of everything you purchase after that. If you purchase or sell enough, then you'll keep continuing to get that discount. If not, you'll drop. No penalties, nothing. You can sign back up the next day if you decide you want to. So anyone is welcome. Most of my team are what we call hobby demonstrators. They're just doing it. Maybe they have a few friends that they get together with, or they're just trying to get the discount for themselves, and that is perfectly okay. You do not have to do what I do, where I have classes and I come to you live on Facebook. So you don't have to do any of that. If that's something you might be interested in, reach out to me and I'd be glad to tell you more about it. We have a lot of fun, just getting together and stamping. So what I tried to do was put together an idea. So this is the card I'm going to show you how to make tonight. And so I took the supplies I used for this and added to it and tried to give you an idea of what you might be able to get in your starter kit. This is going to be too close. But I started with the stamp set that we're using tonight, Wildly Happy, a bunch of blends. Now the blends we're using are the basic black, but I threw in a couple other colors because with this Wildly Happy, you might want a brown and a gray for your elephants, and maybe bunnies and foxes. And then a bunch of cardstock. So I didn't have a full packet, but Smoky Slate. So these match the blends I picked out: Smoky Slate, Crumb Cake, Shimmery White, which is what we're going to use tonight to do our watercoloring on. Some regular, this is Thick Whisper White. That's what you want to use for your card base. Regular Whisper White, you always have to have that. And then the Mint Macaron is what our card base is tonight. And then some Designer Series paper, which we're using this Mosaic one, which is beautiful. It has a shimmer on one side of it, and then it's flat on the other. So the piece that we're using, hopefully you can, yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. It's got that shimmer on one side, and then the other side is flat. And it's beautiful paper. But I loved the leaves on this side for the project I'm going to show you tonight. So stick around to the end. We're going to get stamping, but stick around to the end, and I will show you one of the cards that we're going to make Monday night. Monday night I have a Fun Folds class, and it's the same price as my other classes. It's $15. They're free with the minimum purchase. We'll make 6 cards. There'll be 3 different folds, and you'll make 2 of each, and then I'll be sure and send you home that night or email you the instructions for them so you can recreate them yourselves with whatever supplies you have. So I'll show you one of those at the end, and then I'll show you a couple of holiday sneak peeks at the end too. But first, let's get busy and make this card. Okay. So my favorite medium when I'm doing watercoloring is this shimmery white. And I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but it's got a nice shimmery texture to or thing to it. So I'm using an aqua painter. So 2 of these I think are $17. They come 2 to a pack for $17, and then you just put water in them. And they're great for any kind of watercoloring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my Mint Macaron, stamp pad. Now these newer ones, we used to, with the old ones, squeeze them and put ink in the lid, and that's what we would use for watercoloring. These ones are a little harder. So what I've started doing is just taking my ink pad, and you may have seen me do this before, and just take a empty block and put ink on it. And now I'm going to take my aqua painter and squeeze it so I've got some water on it, and then I'm just going to paint. Now the thing to remember about this is you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So if you want to start out light and then add more color, you can. All right, let's add a little bit more to the top. And I'm just trying to get this little bit of wash behind our pandas. All right, I'm going to do the other side just because I don't have a wipe right here. I'll set it on a piece of paper so I don't make my background too messy. Let's just add some more on the sides. Add some more water. The more water you have, the lighter it will be too. And just do this until you're done playing. That looks good to me. So now I'm just going to set this aside. To clean your aqua painter, all you do is brush it on a piece of paper until it's clear, and then it's ready to use the next time. So we'll let that dry, and we'll work on our pandas. Now we're going to be using blends. I'm going to set this aside so I don't get green all over my pandas. We're going to be using our blends. So when you use blends, and I've just got a scrap of paper here, when you use blends, you want to be sure you use your Memento ink. So I'm going to take my pandas, and these are the new cling mount stamps, which I love. They stick to your block so nicely. So I'm using my Memento. And you want to be sure you use that anytime you're coloring with blends. Those alcohol-based markers need the Memento. All right. So I'm just going to stamp him. And I'm also using thick Whisper White. The blends do better on thick. I don't always. Sometimes I'll use regular Whisper White. But they do recommend that you use the thick. Now I'm going to use my light basic black. This is, believe it or not, light basic black blend. So now I'm just going to take my blend. It has a thin end and a thick end. Let me scoot this up, make sure you can see it. So for this, I've got some big areas I'm going to start with, and I didn't do any blending on this. So I am just going to color this, just, you know, since it's black, I didn't figure we needed any blending. So I'm using my brush tip just to color them in. And I just looked at, I don't know, I saw an example. I think I just saw it online of how somebody else colored it, and I liked it, so that's what I did. So I'm just doing their arms. I want to do her arm coming over here. Sorry, my eyes are watering, so it's making it hard to see what I'm doing. Makes it hard to color. And then his little leg right here, the baby's leg. And then the mama's legs. You can see this is nice and easy to do. And her other foot. All right, and then before I go try and do their eyes, I'm going to switch over to the thinner one. That way I'll feel like I'll have more control over it. So do their ears. And their eyes. Now, if you've been watching what I've been posting on Facebook, And I'm sorry I don't remember which ones have posted already and which ones are still to come. But I do show you a couple of examples where you can use this set and you don't have to color it in. So if you don't like coloring, you can still use this set and make some cute cards. All right, so now all we're gonna do is just cut these guys out. They call this fussy cutting. And I don't mind it. There aren't any dies that go with this, so if you want little pandas, make sure I'm staying in the frame for you. And you'll notice when I'm cutting, I'm turning the paper. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this at an awkward angle for me to see what I'm doing. I'm turning the paper more than my scissors. And that just makes for better, smoother cuts. And then you try and leave a little halo of white around it, because your eye will naturally just go to the outline of the image and ignore that halo of white around it. And these ones don't take very long to cut out. They're pretty easy. All right. And the other piece I already cut out, so you wouldn't have to watch me do it. But I just took a piece of that designer series paper and just found where I liked some of the leaves and just cut out some leaves to put behind my pandas. I don't know that they're bamboo, but they'll work. And then my card base is a piece of mint macaron that is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Use my bone folder on it to get a good crease. And I'm just giving my my background piece some time to dry. Let's see, let's check on it. It's not too bad. Oh, it's a little damp there in the middle. And you could always take your your embossing tool and dry it, but I'm going to go ahead and try and stamp here at the bottom, just so you don't have to wait for this to dry completely. And I didn't bring my embossing thing over. So the sentiment I used was so tiny, so small, so loved by all. So this set is meant to be for babies, but you could absolutely put another sentiment on this and use it for anything. It doesn't have to be just for babies. Let me move my pandas out of the way. All right, so we're going to just stamp this here at the bottom. And then, oh, I made a mess. And then I decided I wanted a little something else, just kind of around the outside. So I took, oh, except for I forgot it, hang on. All right, come in. I took the Wiggle Worm set and just took this little piece right here and just stamped a few little dots in the background. And I did that with the mint macaron. So I'll get it back out. And I kind of laid my leaves on there the way I thought I wanted them. So probably kind of like that. And said, all right, put some dots up there. And we'll put some dots down here. All right. Now we're ready to put this all together. So before I start building it up, I'll put my, oh, I made a mess there too. I'll put this on my card base. And then I'll put this on. Hey, Lanita. Thank you for joining me. And then I'll put this on. So if I can kind of remember how I had it when I was doing the dots. And then for my pandas, I wanted them to stick up a little bit. When you're coloring, you want to be sure that you've got something protective underneath where you're coloring, because those blends will show through. So I'm going to be sure you've got something underneath of it. I'm just going to take a couple of dimensionals. We are ready to put our pandas on our card. And there they are, sitting in their leaves. So there we go. That's what I had to show you tonight. Now, a couple of other things. I promised you I would show you at the end. Like I said, Monday night is a Fancy Folds, or Fun Folds, I think I called it, Fun Folds class. And so this is one of the cards we're going to make. I just made this one tonight. So it just lifts up. And I just got this Dino-Roar set last night, I think. So this is the first time I've had a chance to play with it. But isn't that cute? And I love this sentiment. I love you this much. It's more than it looks. Because, you know, the little T-Rex's arms are pretty small and pretty short. Isn't that cute? I just love it. And this is the paper that goes with it and the ribbon that goes with that whole suite. So easy card, a lot of fun. We'll be making, you'll get to make 2 of these Monday night. And the other one I've already sent in the email that went out today. One of the other ones we're going to make, and then there'll be one more too that will be a surprise. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, and then the last thing I wanted to share with you, some of you have already received this, but this is the new holiday catalog. It is, I can't show you the inside yet. It doesn't go live for customers until September 4th, but it is fabulous. There are so many beautiful things in here. They have really done a good job. I think I want almost the entire catalog. So I will be having a card class that first Thursday in September, and we'll be using stuff out of this catalog. So if you haven't received one of these and you want one, let me know, and I can get one in the mail to you. And I just was going to show you a couple of things. This is some of their new ribbon. I don't know if you like Halloween. I love Halloween. I'm trying to make sure the glare is not on this too bad. This is some of the Halloween paper. So cute. And then Kay, my friend Kay, made these little treats for us. There's a brand new die, and I can't remember what it's called for sure, but it reminds me a lot of our curvy treat box that we used to have, but it's smaller. And you cut one piece of paper. If you had the old curvy keepsake box, you had to cut 2 pieces and glue them together and fold them up. This one, you cut it all at once and just fold it. Now, she cut more because she used designer series paper on it. But isn't that cute? And look at this little crow. I don't know if you can see that little embellishment on there. Isn't that cute? So, I hope you will join me either for the Fun Folds class on Monday or for the next card class the first Thursday of September when we get to start playing with new holiday goodies. If I can help you with anything, let me know. All right, thanks. See y'all next time. Bye.